Sherry here, and welcome to the Eyes Have It. I've been asked to talk about methods for putting on eye makeup, different ways of putting on eye makeup to get different effects. So I thought I would do a little tutorial, and I have created a couple of eye looks on a dry erase board that I'm going to show you. And I'll also show you which one I'm wearing today. So what I've done is I've taken my dry erase board and I've divided it into 4 quadrants. And in those quadrants I have done different eye looks that I personally use. And it depends on whether you want to do a day look, an evening look, whatever. There's all kinds of variations. There's no just one perfect way to do it. It just depends on your eye shape, how much eye you have, space you have in this direction, and some of it is your age and that type of thing. So don't feel reined in by the fact that you have to do it a certain way. There are all kinds of ways, but these are 4 of my most popular ways that I like the best. Okay, so let me just give you a little idea of my system here. I've used green to indicate the lightest color. I've used red to indicate a medium color, the blue to indicate a dark color, and the purple to indicate a moderately dark color. So generally for day use, I do something along the lines of this or this. So for example, today I'm using, and I've given them each a little name. So this one is called Thirds. So what I've done is I've done the lightest color in about the first third of my eyelid, the darkest color in about the last third of my eyelid, and a medium color that coordinates in the middle of my lid. In my opinion, if you're going to use a shimmery color at all, you should use it right here, because the light hits your eye right in the middle there, and that is a place for it to pick up. Personally, I'm just over 60. I don't think that most women over 50 or 60 should be wearing much shimmer unless you don't have any dryness. If you have dry skin, I really suggest you don't go for a lot of shimmery shades. So what I've done today is I've done a light sort of beigey color on the inner third. I've done a copper with a little bit of shimmer on the middle third, and I've done a dark cocoa brown on the outer third. And then I've also taken a medium color and I've gone up into the crease with that. Alright, another way to do it, and what I do for some of my videos, is what I call the halvesies look, which is almost half of the eyelid with the lighter color, about half of the eyelid with the darker color, and the medium color as a crease color. And then this one that I call the thin line, you'll also see me wearing that in some of my videos, and that is where I take the light color just right along my lash line, and then I come in with the medium color kind of over top of it to fill out the rest of the eyelid, and then just have the dark at the outer edge. And then finally we have more of a smoky eye, which is an evening eye. So you do a little bit of light and then cover your lid with a darker shade and then crease with a medium dark shade. So during the day, if I'm just going off to volunteer, to shop, to go out to lunch or whatever, I will normally never use a crease color. That's just me. I mean, there are people, especially younger people, that you'll see on YouTube that, they wear crease color all the time. And that's fine. But I'm 61, and the more you wear crease color, the more you run the danger of having some crepiness, coming into the picture. And also, unless you're going to use a fairly light medium as your crease color, it can look a little too done for daytime, in my opinion. So for daytime, I usually only deal with the lid, which is from the crease down. And then I don't put anything in the crease, and I don't use a brow highlight. Now today I wanted to do more of a holiday look, so I've done, you know, 3 different colors on the lid. I've done a color in the crease, and then, which I would consider a light medium, sort of a tan, and then I've done a light gold on the brow bone area. So one of the things I guess I want to caution against for older skin, especially dry older skin like mine, is to not get your light color much above, or not at all, rather above the crease. You want to keep it down on the eyelid, because if you get it up into here, on me anyhow, where I tend to have crepiness, if I'm going to have it, is usually right here. So if I bring that light color up too high, then that's where that's really going to accentuate the crepiness. And also today I did a little bit of a winged eyeliner. It's not a real fine one, but a chunkier one, and I don't do that very often. So, you know, it all depends on what kind of a look you want, what kind of an event you're going to, what kind of eye shape you have, all kinds of things. Like I said, you know, try to find something that's, you know, unique to your look, that looks good on you. It's not a great eyeshadow look if it doesn't look good on you. I mean, that's the thing. So, you know, I can just give you some tips here and there. One of the tips is that you always want to make sure that you don't have makeup down in this area. Because here again, for an older eye, you're going to drag your eye down. If you're already having problems with a droopy lid, or if you already have hooded eyes or whatever, you don't want to have your eyeshadow coming down in here because that's going to further drag your eyes down. You want to kind of give a lift to your eyeshadow or your eyeliner, and so that you have a little bit more of a lifted appearance. Also, another tip, if you're going to do an evening look and you're going to use a highlighting shade under your brow bone, you want to keep it pretty much restricted to the brow bone and make sure that it doesn't get down towards the crease, because here again, with older skin, especially dry older skin, that shiny color, that light shiny color down into the crease is only going to accentuate the crepiness, the droopiness, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to zoom in so I can give you a closer look at my look, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I hope what you can see is that I've used a lighter beige color on the inner third. I've used the copper, which is MAC's Copper Ring, in the middle, and I've used my cocoa brown on the outer third. I've also taken this sort of light medium tan color, and I've brought it up into my crease, and then I've used a shimmery highlighting powder just right up under my brow. And for me, it's most important that you get it right up at that arch. But just like I said, make sure it doesn't come down into there. What I've also done is I've aligned my eyes. Since I have very sparse lashes, and since I'm not wearing false lashes, I did a little bit of a heavier eyeline with a chunky pencil. The Sephora Jumbo Liner is fantastic, and this is the dark brown matte one, and you know, it's really good. I use it for both under the eyes and on top of the eyes, and for me to have a dark line on top, it kind of takes the place of that darkness that you would see when you look at somebody with thick lashes. So that's why I do that. So you can see on the side that I've winged it out just a little bit, and I have it going up like this rather than down. I've seen a lot of people over the years who kind of have their eyeshadow going down like this. So like I said, that's going to drag you down. And you know, if you want to do a more dramatic eye, you can certainly go darker into the crease, but you don't have to. I used to do when I did a crease color, I almost always did a dark crease color. But now I'm getting much more into the medium to light medium colors, especially if I'm doing a neutral. And so these are all browns and beiges and coppers. One other thing I think that is very important, and especially if you have darkish circles under your eyes, is to use a concealer, a lighter concealer, slightly lighter than your skin, not hugely lighter, because that's going to give you big white raccoon eyes, but slightly lighter than your skin. I use, for example, a medium in my on my face, and then I use a light, the one tone up under my eyes. I hope this little tutorial has been helpful. It's a starting point. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to ask me on Facebook on my page, The Eyes Have It, Beauty and Skincare, or here on YouTube. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.